Hello, my name is Francois. I am the graphic designer at XTM. And so I've been in the field for more than 16 years now. I started my career 16 years ago as a graphic designer at Circus Advertising. And then I've taught graphic design at Charlotte Fair. Well, what I would like to say is that I really like my job, and this is what I've always wanted to do, to be a graphic designer and to grow in this field. So, so what I would like to share today is how I do my job. First, it is very important for me to go into the creative process, which we commonly call it the design process. It is very important for a graphic designer to understand the steps to get to a design solution. So the most important thing in graphic design is to get a good brief. We say that the brief is the ignition of the design process. And it is true. You must understand what is being asked from you. This is the most important thing. What your client needs. So in the brief, it is important that you know the background, you understand the background of your client and the objectives of your client. And it is also important that you know to whom you're going to talk to. Because the way you talk to a teenager is not the same way you're going to talk to an adult. Okay? So the creative process, in the creative process, you have a brief. Normally what you do also, you must read your brief, understand well your brief. So what I normally do, I do a brief reconstruction. I put it in my own words so that I can digest the information. And then it is the next thing I do a lot of research. So research doesn't mean that it must stick to everything visual. It can be written research also. Well, everything which can help you to get to an idea. Okay, so this is the next step. And then what I do also, I like to use mind maps to build up my ideas. So I'm the type of designer who is going to work with words first. So I work with keywords. Anything I do, I work with keywords, be it for a logo, be it for an advertisement. Okay? And then what I do, from these keywords, I create what we call a mood board. So this mood board, I'm going to use it as a guideline as I go through the process. After the mood board, it is only then that I start to do ideations. It is very important to put on paper first what you have in mind. So I draw it up, I sketch it up before I get to the solution. After the sketching, it is only then that I'm going to get onto the computer. So when I'm on the computer, I normally use Illustrator. I'm very fond of Illustrator, just like photographers like Photoshop. For me, it is Illustrator, so I'm going to use Illustrator to try to digitalize the idea. So what I do in this stage, so it is for the development stage, I try several ideas to make sure that I'm going to get to the best solution. And after the trials, so what I do normally, I like to ask people around me what we think of a design solution. So it can be colleagues, it can be my wife, it can be my son also. So I like to ask them their feedback first. After these trials, so normally before I present to a client, I've worked already at least 3 solutions, so the client can have a choice, not just to give him one idea. So after that, before I present to the client, I like to put, to organize myself. So what I do, I like to do presentations where I can explain the idea. Because when you tell somebody an idea, for example, you may not understand the concept. So you must be able to explain each part of your design. So this is why I explain the design in a specific way, in a specific order, and I give a rationale also. I was not used to do this earlier in my career because I did not see the importance of going through the design process, because I thought that design had only to do with creativity, and that creativity is something that you can't explain. But in fact, you must be able, as a designer, to explain your concept, to explain your idea. I know that the creative process can be not difficult, but time-consuming. But we have to go through it if we want to get an interesting solution to the design problem. So this is what I wanted to share with you today. If you have any questions, I'm open for any questions.